Good afternoon or good morning for our West Coast attendees, and welcome to another webinar by the International Association of Fire Chiefs. We're very pleased today to have a sponsor from Verisk to talk to us about one of their latest products that they're doing, the PPS or Property Protection Score. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Again, before we begin, the audio is being broadcast using VoIP technology through your computer speakers or headset. Make sure your speakers are turned up and the volume is on. Audience microphones have been muted for this webinar. If you have any difficulty, please reach out to our ISC support at webinars@isc.org or through the chat function. We'll be monitoring that. The chat and the handouts, there's no handouts for this one, but we do have a chat. So any questions that you have or anything you'd like to comment on, please jump in there and tell us what your question is and give us a shout out and tell us where you're from today. Just real quickly, upcoming events that ISC is sponsoring is Technology Summit International, Oklahoma City in December, and then our WUI conference in Kansas City, our Fire Rescue Med in Las Vegas, and Community Risk Reduction Leadership Conference in Glendale, Arizona. Again, today we want to thank our sponsor, Verisk, for their participation and support of the ISC and bringing us this great information today. At this time, our host is going to be Austin Grigsby. Austin is Associate Vice President for Personal Property Solutions at Verisk. And there, his email, we'll put that up at the end if you have any follow-up questions. But now we'll go ahead and turn it over to Austin. Austin, take it away.
All right. Can you hear me there, Jeff?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Great. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining our call today. I'm Austin Grigsby, an Assistant Vice President at ISO Verisk, and I oversee our location suite of products. And these are risk-specific address-level data sets that insurance carriers use to rate and underwrite property policies. One of the key areas within location is fire protection scoring, which will be the focus of today's presentation. I'll be providing you all with an introduction to our new product, Location PPS, which stands for Property Protection Score. The product will provide insurance carriers with an enhanced fire protection scoring tool, which will provide them value beyond Location PPC. The purpose of the presentation is to ensure you, our fire community partners, are aware of the new product insurance carriers will be using to assist in rating and underwriting personalized homeowners insurance policies. Before we get into the details of Location PPS, I would like to provide background and history and level set on PPC and how we have advanced to PPS. To help establish appropriate fire insurance premiums for residential and commercial properties, insurance carriers need reliable, up-to-date information about a community's fire protection services. Verisk provides that information through the Public Protection Classification Program. With the support of municipal fire departments, we collect information on fire protection efforts in communities throughout the United States. In each of these communities, we analyze the relevant data and then assign a Public Protection Classification, or PPC, from 1 to 10. By classifying communities' ability to suppress fires, we help the communities evaluate their public fire protection services. The program provides an objective countrywide standard that helps fire departments in planning and budgeting for facilities, equipment, and by securing lower fire insurance premiums for communities with better public protection, the PPC program provides incentives and rewards for communities that choose to improve their firefighting services. After decades in the industry, PPC still holds high value, and studies show it is extremely predictive. And to that end, we still find that PPC is 9 times more predictive than using distance to fire station alone. And due to our long-standing relationship with the fire community, we're the only organization to have access to information on responding fire station for a property address, which is important given 20% of the time the nearest fire station is not the responding fire station. And then lastly, the depth of our data set is important, as 40% of a book of business can be mispriced using fire station type alone. And this shows there's tremendous value in the PPC data set. Next slide. PPC, which is approved in all regulatory jurisdictions across the country, is foundational within the industry. And the Verisk fire protection journey has a number of significant steps. It starts with the Fire Suppression Rating Schedule, or FSRS, which is the survey evaluation process I alluded to earlier, where we review a community's fire protection and suppression capabilities. Moving to the right, that information is converted to a community PPC score, where a community is classified from a 1 to a 10, with a 1 being superior protection and a 10 indicating the program doesn't meet minimum criteria. The next step in the journey is the assignment of the community PPC at the address level, which is location PPC, and the product carriers use to rate and underwrite homeowners policies at new business and renewal. And the last step is why we're here today, and that's location PPS. And with this product, we're adding granular data to the foundation of location PPC. And in doing so, we see significantly improved risk segmentation, which will positively impact an insurance carrier's rating and underwriting accuracy. Next slide. On this slide, I'm giving you a side-by-side so you can see the similarities and differences of the products. As I mentioned, both are based on the fire community data we collect from municipal fire departments, but the remaining information, here are the differences. Whereas with location PPC, the address-specific components are based on the binary 5-mile and 1,000-foot water rule. With location PPS, we're now utilizing drive time from the responding fire station and property-specific characteristics to generate a more accurate and granular fire protection score. And then with distance to water, we're accounting for the distance to any credible water source, which is expanded and more granular to account for the viability of water sources. And when you combine these new variables with the fire department data, we're able to predict losses more accurately, and as a result, provide an improved fire protection score to insurance carriers so they can accurately rate homeowners policies of your constituents. So just to give you an example of how location PPC works in a binary fashion, let's take a community where the fire station is a class 1, a home located within 5 miles of the fire station and with a hydrant within 1,000 feet will receive a location PPC score of 1 as well. In this situation, we would provide the same score to a home across the street from the fire station as we would to a home 4.9 miles away from the fire station. However, with location PPS, our new product, will be able to provide additional scoring granularity to an insurance carrier to differentiate the risk between the home across the street from the fire station and the home 4.9 miles away from the fire station. And again, this is due to the aforementioned variables. Next slide. So what additional information would fire leaders need to know about location PPS? Location PPS does not change the applicable PPC grade. Doesn't change the grade of the community or the fire station. Location PPS is an insurance score to aid in the rating and underwriting of homeowners policies. So it's a product that insurance companies will use. The new location PPS leverages our longstanding proprietary fire suppression rating schedule, but the new location PPS model will also incorporate property-specific and neighborhood characteristics to create an address-level score. As with location PPC, fire departments and communities can impact location PPS through updating and maintaining the 4 areas of a community's fire suppression system. And those would be emergency communications, fire department, water supply, and community risk reduction. Next, location PPS can provide insurance carriers increased granularity for assessing risk of loss. And as a result, premiums may increase or decrease depending on model attributes. And then lastly, property owners should contact their insurance company, not the local fire department, with questions about their location PPS. Next slide. So where does this project stand? Location PPS went live yesterday, November 12th, for homeowners owner forms. So in that situation, we're talking about single family homes. It's only the model is only applicable to single family homes. We're still in the process of developing a solution for condos and renter type forms. We filed the model in all states in late June of 2024, so earlier this year, and that excludes Bureau states in North Carolina. We've made excellent progress. The model has been approved in 27 states as of today, so excellent progress in that area. And along with the location property protection score, we'll also be providing the insurance carrier for each risk. We'll be providing the responding fire station, the drive time to the address from the responding fire station, the distance of the fire station, the distance to water, and then all the relevant property characteristics. And again, the insurance carrier will use this information to rate and to underwrite the risk. So again, we believe that this product, based on our studies and everything that we've done so far, our analysis will provide more accurate rates for your constituents and also allow insurance carriers to accurately assess each risk that they write. Next slide. And that's it. And I guess now, Jeff, we can open it up to any questions in the chat.
Great. If you have questions there, just put them in the chat box there at the top right. I've got a couple for you also to get started. So one thing is when you're looking at the single family model that you have there, is what are some of the factors that can go into that that would be different for, let's say, a condo or apartment location as y'all start working through that model?
Yeah, so the characteristics of the property are different, right? If you're talking more so along the lines of an apartment building, we are going to have to consider where it's located within the complex, what floor it's on. So there's several different factors that make each property type a different risk to assess.
Gotcha. Yeah, good points there. And this is one of the things too where part of the insurance scoring, is pre-planning, and this is a good plug for why pre-planning is important to help provide you better information, but then also that fire department, them having that true local knowledge about where properties are, characteristics about the complexes or even the neighborhoods, and things like that help to determine the best coverages. Another question I was going to ask you too was when you're looking at this and you're working with insurance carriers, that interaction with local fire department and helping them to understand their score, but also what are those things that help them improve that score that sometimes people think, oh, it's a bridge too far. But can you talk a little bit about, Verisk and how you actually work with fire departments to better understand the scoring criteria and things that they can achieve and do that might help them gain those points they need to move, up in score?
Yeah, if you flip back a few slides, I think we covered that. Go back. Oh, right there. Go back forward one slide. Yeah. So again, I think you guys are all familiar with the FSRS process and how we have field reps from Verisk that go out and survey local fire departments and communities. So we're looking at emergency communications. The FSRS has sections on the fire department, the water supply, and also the community risk reduction. I guess that would be the third bullet down there. Mm-hmm. So just as it occurs in PPC, fire departments and local communities can impact the PPS score by making sure they stay current with their updates. I believe they can also make updates on the ISO Mitigate site as well. So again, municipal fire departments, local fire departments play a key role in ensuring that these insurance scores are accurate.
Right. And you mentioned community risk reduction, which is a new aspect for a lot of departments getting into it. And, is there things that Verisk provides to help guide those fire departments in community risk reduction activities or things that they don't have to start from zero? There's some good practices out there for people to copy.
Yeah. So our field reps, they have access to the FSRS, and there are discussions that take place to ensure credit for what's going on in their community. So all that occurs during the FSRS process.
Great. Do we have any questions out there from anyone? Austin, is there anything else on the horizon that you can give us kind of a sneak under the tent on that might be coming up for people to be looking out for?
Yeah, this is probably the biggest thing we have going on within the fire community. You guys will see a press release that comes out here in the next week that's announcing this new product. So you'll see some information on social media as well. So Verisk has been maintaining the PPC product for years and years. And at this point, given advancements that have been made in fire protection in general, we felt it was necessary to leverage our vast resources of data to ensure we stay current and provide the most innovative products we can to insurance carriers. So, the fire department constituents can have their policies rated accurately. So, again, this is a move to the future. It's the next level in fire protection scoring, and we really appreciate the support we've received from the fire community and your organization, Jeff.
Great. And I'd just like to say, too, that if you're at a conference or a state meeting and you see Verisk, go up and talk to them at their booth. Really great guys and gals there. And I mean, it's really cool to go sit and talk to them and just learn from some of the things that they've seen and really engage with them, because they are our partners in our community. They're helping to protect us and set standards where fire departments can provide the best fire protection to our communities possible, but then also look at, fire protection across the entire country and how we have a level set with that. So you got anything else, Austin, that you'd like to talk about, or when the next conference y'all be at?
Yeah. I don't have our conference list. That's really in the hands of our community mitigation staff, but you guys may see me out there personally from time to time, talking with the fire personnel and understanding the challenges you guys see out there today, and just trying to increase my knowledge set on the fire community. So I appreciate everything that you guys are doing and continue to do out there.
Great. Hey, Austin, I had an idea too, just sitting here thinking, because I'm from the old school. But it would be really cool to see history of the rating system from way back, let's say 30 years ago, to where it is today, and the changes that have been made that y'all have done to modernize the system, but also make it universal and for fire departments to be able to understand a little bit more. And it's really cool to listen to people talk about what y'all have done and how you've done it, and really what the future is going to hold. So thank you very much for your support, for the fire service and helping us do our job to our community. And thank you very much for your support of the ISC and working with us on these webinars to help educate, our fire chiefs out there. So thank you very much. And if anybody has anything else, or Austin, you got a final word?
Yeah, no, it's a circular process, right? I mean, you guys are helping us. We want to help the community. We want to help the insurance companies. We want to help the homeowners. So I think we're all kind of helping each other to ensure that this process works great for all involved.
Great. Again, Austin, thank you very much for today's webinar and education. And everybody, thank you for joining in. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.